Hey guys, welcome to the new unit. We're going to start this unit off recapping a little bit of some stuff you learned in grade 8. One of the main important ones is the Pythagorean Theorem. Pythagorean Theorem is one of the most important things that we do in math in high school, but it's so important all through math, through secondary school, university math, everywhere you go. This is such an important theorem. We call it the Pythagorean Theorem after a Greek mathematician named Pythagoras, but there's lots of evidence that he didn't discover it either. It was known by the Babylonians and the ancient Chinese. It's the theorem that says a squared plus b squared equals c squared. What does that mean exactly? The short legs in a right angle triangle, I'm just going to draw my little right angle on that triangle. The short legs in a right angle triangle, we usually refer to those as sides A and sides B. And then the hypotenuse, the longest side in a right angle triangle, we often call side C. Keep in mind, those letters could change. We could label it differently. Maybe we label it D, E, F. Maybe we label it X, Y, Z. Could be different letters, but the important thing is if I square the short side, add those two together, I come up with the square of the long side. Okay, so here's a very simple example for finding the long side. In this triangle, we have B is 3.51 and A is 5.22. We find those square of those two numbers, add them together. That'll tell us the square of side B. So 3.51 squared plus 5.22 squared. It's a good idea to put brackets so you remember you're going to square that whole number. Okay, and 3.51 squared, that is 12.3201. No, I didn't do that in my head. I used my calculator before I started recording. Okay, 5.22 squared is 27.2484. And that's going to be c squared. When I add those two together, that gives me my answer for c squared. Add them together, I get 39.5605. That's c squared. Okay, I'm not usually interested in what's the value of c squared. I need to know what is c. So remember, the opposite operation of squaring c is taking the square root. Take the square root of 39.5605. That will be c. So c is 6.29. Okay, now it's not exactly 6.29. I'm rounding that number off. And my rule of thumb is if they showed me 2 decimal places in the question, then I'm going to round off to 2 decimal places. Okay, and I'm always going to leave at least 1 decimal place to make sure people know I know that it's not exactly 6. Right, it's a little bit more than 6. In this case, 6.29. Right, that's finding the long side of a right angle triangle. If you have any questions, guys, go ahead and contact me through email.